What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman. Today we're going to talk about the Hello Kitty Yu-Gi-Oh! McDonald's collaboration. Now, listen. When I first heard about this, I said to myself, what type of ridiculous thing is this? I'm not going to lie. But then I did some more research. Then I looked into it more. And you know what? It's not that ridiculous. It's not that ridiculous. You know, the more you kind of understand where they're kind of going with it, it makes sense. It actually makes sense. Now, it's only exclusive to Belgium, this Happy Meal toy, which in itself is a collectible item. Now, it's, who knows if this is going to come out in other areas around the country, but this will always be seen as the first wave of this. So it's going to be very collectible in that regard. So first wave, only exclusive to Belgium, and it's a Hello Kitty, which is a very popular franchise. I think we all know that. It speaks to the older generation, but also grabs the younger generation, because a lot of people of the younger generation as well, I mean, they like Hello Kitty. I mean, it's a very, very popular thing. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh, appeals to a very big audience in the older generation, but not the younger generation. And I think that is what bridges the gap right there. I think that is what Konami was trying to hit on, and Yu-Gi-Oh itself was trying to grab on. So maybe a really good collab right here, very smart collab. But I think they did it the right way, making it exclusive to Belgium, because it is seen as a collectible thing as well. So they appeal to the collectible audience, and on top of that, with the actual Yu-Gi-Oh audience. So you get a young fan base of people that enjoy, going to McDonald's to get Happy Meals, also that love Hello Kitty, but now getting to see what is this Yu-Gi-Oh thing that is connected to this Hello Kitty, like what is all this about? So now they're getting to do a little bit more research on their end to type in Yu-Gi-Oh, what is Yu-Gi-Oh, and the younger generation, they're good with technology, they're going to figure this out pretty quickly. They're going to realize it's a card game. So in a way, smart marketing, very smart, very, very smart. So appeal to the collectible audience in Yu-Gi-Oh, appeal to the younger generation in Belgium, but also, getting more fans in the Europe side. But I think it's a test run to see what or if this will be a very hype thing for people to want to grab, and to see if they want to introduce into other areas. Maybe not the same collaboration with Hello Kitty, but maybe a card this time. Maybe like, okay, now you've seen a plush, let's introduce a card. So, I know a lot of people were expecting maybe a collaboration with McDonald's with a collectible card, because obviously Pokemon does that all the time. I think you wanted to go a different route, which is fine. I think it's, respectable in the regard they wanted to go about it. And a test thing to see whether or not this would be, able to work and bring in a younger crowd. And for the most part, I think I will say for the most part, it does have its appeal to Belgium. I've heard some pretty good things. And yes, it's a cheap toy. I think we all can understand that McDonald's doesn't make crazy, extravagant toys like that, but it's a nice plush toy, simple, nice design and everything to it. It's one of the better toys I've seen in a very long time, if I'm being honest, with McDonald's. So I think if they had brought this here, it would have been very popular in regard to that as well. But we'll see what happens as well in the future. But I do think in the long run, I think this is a good collab. I really do think so. I know a lot of people think it's weird and all that, stuff, but I think it's, it's a smart decision to go this route. Now, they have 10 different ones: Dark Magician Girl, Obelisk, Slifer, Winged Dragon of Ra, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Karibo, Exodia, Time Wizard, by the way, Red Eyes, Black Dragon. So I'm very happy that they chose the DM era, that era of Yu-Gi-Oh to bring this out, because it's also, again, appealing to that fan base, the original fan base of Yu-Gi-Oh. So, pretty smart decision overall in that regard as well. And then also just showing you that people are buying into this. And yeah, $19 shipping, obviously, because it's overseas. So keep that in mind as well as you're seeing the shipping price. Now, I do think this is actually a cheap price for this product, to pick up all 10. And in 3 to 5 years from now, I think we're going to see this price skyrocket. It's the first generation, first wave, and exclusive to Belgium, that this came out. So I think it will have a lot of popularity in the long run. And I think it's going to hold a really good price point for collectors in the market in the long run as well. So if you want to pick it up for a pretty cheap price point, and I say cheap because this is going to be a lot more in the future. Now, I've been seeing it sell for about $85 to $120 all, past 2 weeks. But again, I think that is a cheap price point to where this will probably be at in the future if they don't make another run of this, if I'm being totally honest with you. And I don't think they will, because McDonald's is not like that. They don't really like do a rerun of things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it is a success story for Yu-Gi-Oh! To collab in this regard with Hello Kitty and McDonald's in that regard. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. I know there's a lot of mixed opinions in the audience and the fan base of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, but I do think, to marketing standpoint, it is actually a really smart thing they have done here. And I hope they do more collaborations with McDonald's, but in this regard, they do it with a card going forward in all McDonald's across the world, because I think that is what people would really love to see. People will gravitate towards that, and I do think that, it is something that people have been waiting for as well. But I do think this was a smart decision in trying to appeal to the younger audience as well. So, we'll see what happens. From yours truly, Sparkman. We'll catch you next one. Please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.
I give my all, hey, just to save you, I give all of me.